ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello, everyone. Hi. So, thank you for joining us on this webinar of Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is presented by the management of Franchise India with an aim to introduce you to the new business opportunity every day at 12 o'clock. In 2024, we continue to introduce you to new brands and new business opportunities. Today, we are going to introduce you to Children's Indoor Playland brand. But before I introduce about the brand, let me just run you through the Q&A process. If you have any questions in the webinar, please type your questions in the Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post-brand presentations. While we run you through the presentations and brand details, request you to keep sharing your queries into the Q&A box to make this session more interactive. Our today's brand is Lollipops. Now I invite Ms. Venus and Mr. Swaraj to introduce about the brand and share their insight about the brand.
Hi, Cindy. Thank you. And good afternoon, everyone who has joined in now. I can see we are live on Facebook, so this will be on Facebook now and later. So again, very, very happy and excited to be here today. And again, I always say that this is the only platform in the world which has been launching one brand every day from last 4 years now. And it really gives the platform for brands, of course, but also for entrepreneurs, franchisees, operators to really watch and see and engage with new business opportunities. So again, thank you to Franchise India for letting us host this, and welcome to our audience who has just joined in now, and of course our brand of today. We have the founder of Lollipops joining in, and I'll bring in just in a bit. Let me try and set some context and maybe briefly introduce myself, my team, and why we are here. So I'm Venus Purak. I'm the CEO of Fran Global. So we are part of Franchise India, which is the world's largest franchise service company. And at Fran Global, almost about 17, 18 years back, when Franchise India was just really working hard building the ecosystem of franchising in India, Fran Global, was founded to work with international brands because it was at that time we were seeing so many brands coming into our country. It is a long journey, of course. So at Fran Global, today we stand at being there in almost 11 odd countries. In India, and over the past, I would say 18 to 20 years, we have brought in over 300, we have done 300 market entries between India, South Asian countries, and the Middle East. I'm really, really happy to be here. It's always excites us when we work with new brands, get them, especially at this point in time. And I think today's brand Lollipop is into the space which we started focusing on, I would say, about a year and a half back when our country was really getting back from the lockdown of Corona. We were seeing this new trend of demand for spaces where you can have entertainment, engagement, activity. And since then, in fact, at Fran Global, we also have founded a separate business division, which Swaraj heads. I'll bring him in later, which is called Fran Global Leisure. In a market like India today, this demand for indoor, especially, India has about, I just got that statistics today, 300 amusement parks and 2,500 indoor entertainment and activity spaces. Now, of course, I cannot vouch for the quality and standard of these spaces, but it is already a very large market. But what we like the way we have so many brands in every kind of consumption space. In this space also, what we are seeing is a demand for quality, the demand for standardization, demand for system, and I can say that there are about 300 odd malls operating in India, every mall, shopping mall of India today needs, they already have something right now, but it's not up to standard, needs a indoor standardized entertainment park. And Lollipop has been doing that for 30 years. 30 years in Australia. And they have also stores in New Zealand and a couple of other countries. I mean, I got to know that they've actually serviced more than 10 million. I think if I can sort of reference that, as 1 crore children every year. So that experience for last 30 years is something which we need in our market now. And that's why we are engaging with a brand like Lollipop. And today we have the founder and the CEO of Lollipops who has joined us. He met with an accident. I think, Tim, you broke your foot, but I hope you're better now. Tim, you are on mute.
I knew that. Yes, I broke my Achilles heel.
Wow.
So yes, I'm getting better now, and thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. So it was always sort of, when we started talking initially, your understanding of the space, and also you realizing that how India would be slightly different in terms of, its format, its overall scale. So I think I want to thank you that you have been very patient and, very engaging with us. And today I look forward to hear from you alongside our team. We have Swaraj, who is our Senior Vice President. We have
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
we have Nikita, who is part of our financial consulting team, and we have Prithama, who is part of our marketing team. So we'll try and I think the way the flow would be for everyone, as Sandeep mentioned, this is a live show. Please put in your questions in chat box, Q&A box. This has to be interactive. That's why we do this live. And we have Tim, so you can ask as many questions with regards to the business. I think Tim would share with us his presentation, and then Nikita would share the financial bit, and Swaraj would be the one who will facilitate questions and answers and this whole session. Before we bring you in, Tim, do you think we should play the video first?
Sure, it'll give everyone an idea of what they're looking at.
Yes, absolutely. So we bring in Tim, I'll ask my colleague Prithama to put in the video so that everyone gets to get a sense on what Lollipops is all about. Although the name says a lot, I love the name, but let's play the video.
Lollipops Playland, it's fun all day. Come for a party, come for a play. Lollipops Playland. Book your children's party at Lollipops Playland and Cafe today. There's hours of fun for the kids, while parents can sit back and relax in the cafe. Lollipops Playland is the safe, fun way to get your kids active all year round. Come for a party, come for a play. Lollipops Playland.
Great. So thank you, Prithama. Tim, I bring you in now.
Sure. I'm there. All right. Well, thank you for having me here, and welcome everyone. It's great to be able to introduce Lollipops to everyone on here and to the India market. Thank you to everyone who's had me here. We did recognise that the market was going to be different, so we looked for obviously the experts in the market to be able to assist us to get in there. So please let me share a presentation I've got which just talks a little bit about Lollipops. Now, no, that's got the wrong one. There we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see there just the introduction to Lollipops Playland on the screen. Now, so Lollipops, as Venus said, there has been around for a very long time. I've been involved since 2001. I actually wasn't the founder of the business, but I was involved quite early. The first one opened in 1993 in New Zealand. It then came over to Australia, and I got involved in 2000, the end of 2001, as a franchisee. I started my history with fast food, Burger King, McDonald's, that sort of thing, and realised that I guess when I was a young fella, that all my bosses were not very smart, and I needed to find be my own boss. And so I looked for a franchise, and I found Lollipops. I fell in love with the model and the business and everything about it. And I started with one franchise in Bentley East, which is in Victoria, in Australia. That was in the end of 2001. And in 2004, I bought the Australian master franchise rights to Australia, and started expanding through Australia. We currently have 27 locations Australia-wide. Over 1 million kids visit us every year, and we generally, our target audience is for children aged 0 to 11. In 2011, I'm jumping a little bit there. In 2011, myself and my current business partner bought the business off the founder, and the person who started Lollipops, which was Alan Grant. And we've been expanding it fairly hard since then. We are up to 27 sites in Australia. We have 6 sites in the United States, with one soon to open. And we have a couple of sites in Indonesia as well, and New Zealand. What we are, I guess we've developed this over our 20+ year history in Australia and other countries. Our idea is about fun for the kids. I know they say Disneyland is the funnest place on earth. We like it to be Lollipops. So just a little bit about us and what we do for the kids about making it a fun, active environment. We focus on active play for the kids. We don't focus on computers or screen time or anything like that, although we do have a little bit of that for some downtime. So we encourage kids to get active, go through the slides, our play frame. We have a mechanical ride, which might be like a pirate ship or a car ride or something, an inflatable, and then imagination to get the kids' imagination running wild. So what do we have in there? A multi-level play frame, which you can see, this is an example of one of our sites. Multi-level play frame with several slides in it, rock climbing walls, an inflatable, a mechanical ride. So that might be like the Carnival Kids pirate ship. All play features. Our aim is to try and keep the kids busy for at least 2 hours, because we find that that's where the parents go, yep, that was really good value. We obviously don't want them staying all day, but 2 hours is a good bit of value for the kids. The other, I guess, feature that we have is we try and make it comfortable for the adults. Now, certainly in Australia, the parents are the one bringing the kids. What we've found, I guess, in Indonesia, and we feel like the India market might be, is you will get the child's carer coming in with a child, but you also get grandparents and others. So we need to make the environment comfortable for them as well. So what is the opportunity we're looking at? We see the Indian market as fantastic. It is a very big part of our market in Australia. We have a lot of expats who come over from India to Australia and use our brand. We have a lot of our franchisees, Indian business people who are coming in and looking at a great opportunity for themselves in Australia. So we know that the market loves our brand. What we're offering here is to get in and understand what it is with that 20 years experience that we have, a proven business model, and we know what works. We're there to help you run your business. We're not we're not a McDonald's or something that tells you have to do things exactly this way, exactly that way. We like to get your creativity going as well and assist you in making the brand right for your country and your region. We will obviously give you all the support you need for location suitability, the design of the location, the fit out support, the equipment design, actually getting the equipment in, getting it set up, etc. And then ongoing operational support, marketing and administration, local market support, that sort of thing. Our team, we have quite a extensive team here in Australia. We have myself and my business partner, Brett, who have both been involved in the business heavily. We then have our operations manager in Australia, who's been with us for, I want to say, over 10 years now. And that leading through to our, I guess, international training staff is Tiffany. She goes to the US regularly, Indonesia, and helps them over there. And I myself will do that as well. And then marketing, design work, and any operational assistance in transferring the brand over to the local market. And then ongoing support, both in person. I can't wait to visit India. It's one of the very few countries I haven't been to. I do quite a lot of international travel, and I was going to try and come over in May to the franchise show, but unfortunately I ripped my Achilles in half, and I've been 12 weeks of not being able to walk. So that's certainly something I'm looking forward to in the future. So what we're looking for is certainly business-orientated people who are looking for a fun, passionate business that they can really get involved to, their ability to create the memorable moments for the kids there, a desire to be your own owner-operator of business, but with our support and helping you do it. And I guess very people-focused and service-focused on the business. We are dealing with, and I'll say, one of the fussiest people on the face of the earth, and that's mums and their kids and carers for their kids. So we need people who can give that experience. You know, we don't have a product. We're not like a food outlet that if you get bad service that you go away, at least you've got something to eat. For us, it's all about the service and all about the experience. That's all I've got there for a slideshow and about the business there. Just in very general, I guess we're looking for spaces that are around 8,000. Are we talking square feet, I believe? No, sorry, square meters.
Yes,
8,000
square feet.
Square feet, sorry.
Yes.
Square feet. So we're looking for around 8,000 square feet to 12,000 square feet. I know some of the higher areas are harder to find in malls, but ideally that's sort of where we're aiming for. Height-wise, again, we like up to 20 foot, but we can go lower down to as low as 14 foot reasonably comfortably. And under that, if we have to, we can sort of make something work. But the higher the space, we do prefer. Now, I don't know if we're going to
Thank you. I think Tim,
show a little bit about.
So Tim, are you okay with the presentation? Have you finished the presentation?
I do have one that we had here on the India market and what we're looking for, but I don't know if we're also going to go through that, that one of you are going to go through that as well.
So we have Nikita from our strategy team. She will be presenting the commercials. So
sure, all right.
All right.
Absolutely.
So hi, Tim.
Yeah.
So I will take it over now. I think what we'll do is we'll present the Indian market commercials so that we have our partners understand what franchise model we are offering here. And then maybe we can discuss on the market perspective and or take up all the questions that the partners who have joined the call, they would have.
Sure.
All right. So hi, everyone. Since Tim has already taken us through the perspective and the overview of the brand, since we are successfully running it in Australia and other Southeast Asian markets and different markets, we are now ready to bring our brand Lollipop Playland to India. We will now speak a little about the franchise model that we are bringing here in India. So since it's an entertainment center, we would require an area of at least 8,000 square feet, which is roughly around 750 square meter, which is an average area we would require to incorporate all the activities and all the equipments that are required. In terms of the project cost that you need to invest in this, it will be somewhere close to 3 to 3.5 CR which translates to roughly 620 to 650,000 Australian dollars. The franchise fee that you are going to pay will be 20 lakh rupees, roughly around 38,000 Australian dollars. Now, within this franchise fee, there will be a largely support in terms of your trainings and all the SOP support that the brand is going to provide to you. Additionally, you will pay 5 lakh rupees as the design and architect fee, because all the designs are going to come from the brand, and all the specifications would be something that the brand is going to provide you for. The setup cost will be somewhere around 1.5 to 1.7 CR, which roughly translates to 300,000 Australian dollars. The equipments, which you will get a detailed list of, will be roughly around 1.3 CR, close to $250,000. White goods, which includes your POS, your billing softwares, hardwares, your CCTVs, and all your IT equipments, will be roughly around 5 lakh rupees, close to $10,000. Now, business permits and licenses that you will have to procure locally from your municipal corporations and all your company incorporations will be roughly around 50,000, close to $1,000. And any kind of in local marketing promotional activities that you will have to run for the initial uh, pre-launch advertisement will be close to 2 lakh rupees. So that is the entire bifurcation of the investment that you put in. If we'll speak a little about the revenue categories that you will have, will your major revenue will come from your gamings, and also from events and parties that you can organize. Roughly, there could be events which could accommodate close to 20 kids, and you charge close to 10,000 rupees per kid. So that is an average event and party budget. Then you also have your cafeteria, which is an F&B component that's a part of your vicinity. So that is the revenue categories that will be incorporating. So roughly, if we'll talk about an average revenue that you can collect, your monthly revenues could be somewhere close to 50 lakh rupees, which communicates to roughly around $100,000. Your annual turnovers could range somewhere between 6 to 7 CR. Now, please be advised, this is a conservative approach that we are following, that taking in consideration the market parameters in India and how the different players in India are also performing. This is on an average that you can easily achieve as a revenue, though the revenue projections will be higher than what we are projecting here. If we'll talk about the expenses, so you will be paying 7% royalties to the brand. Your cost of operating the business in terms of all the sales could be roughly close to 14%. The staff cost required will be at a percentage between 12 to 13%. And all your occupancy cost, which includes your rentals, your utilities, your operating expenses, will be close to 40%. And your marketing expenses, you will have to invest close to 3 to 4% into the marketing activities for India. Your EBITDA margin for this part, or the net profit margin to operate this store, will be somewhere close to 23 to 25%, where your ROI could easily be achieved at 75%, with your payback on a 3.3 CR of an investment will be somewhere around 2.5 years. So this is an entire structure for a unit partner. We are also looking for area developers who can develop a certain region for Lollipops Playland, because the partnership could be somewhere around 5 units that you can sub-franchise, where the master fee that you are going to pay to the brand to acquire the rights to have an area developer rights will be close to 50 lakh rupees, which communicates to roughly around $100,000. And the contract period would be for 10 years for such a partnership.
Thank you, Nikita, for sharing an in-depth details about the financials. What I would like to add on to what my colleague Venus and what Tim had said is that now seeing the financials, most of us will immediately jump up to why is the investment amount so high. So I would like all of you to keep on. I would like all of you to just know that in the recent few months there has been a lot of activity which is going around the gaming and the entertainment industry in India. And the first and the foremost thing which is coming up is the safety and the safety concerns which are currently being followed in the entertainment zones and the indoor theme parks which are operating in India. That's the place where an international brand comes in with their expertise. So if your kids are going into an area which is around 8,000 square feet, the safety precautions and the measures which are taken by a brand which is operating for 30 years is up to the level of an international standard. That's what makes it very, very, very different and unique from the current models or the current parks or the trampoline parks which you see are operating. So that expertise is what the brand is getting to India. That expertise, in getting that expertise, you may save some cost in getting a local brand. Or somebody I just saw has written a question that are the products locally available, and we are getting it from China. So to clarify, this is not a product which you can manufacture in China and get it and implement it out here. So Tim has set standards for his product which is going to be used. He has proper quality checks for all the equipments to ensure that it is safe for all the kids who are using this area. And last but not the least, the entire area, as far as fire and safety and as far as precautions are concerned, are taken care 100%. I think that's what makes an international brand, which is currently looking out for an opportunity in the Indian market, more obvious and more prominent than the current brands which are operating. That's where we all come in, and that's where we request all our investors to focus on, because you might be saving a crore by getting in a local brand or a brand from China, but definitely in the operational years you might have to face situations and challenges where where you may have to depend for the cost which you're saving right now. I think, Tim, anything you'd like to add on to the safety point, which and the precautions which you are currently taking up as an extra, because there are very small kids which are out there, and I think the parents are also definitely there, but you also have your team which is out there which is taking care of these kids. Because I think that's a big, what to say, news right now in India as far as all the indoor entertainment game zones and theme parks are concerned.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Look, Australia is one of the toughest markets in the world for safety. Even the US standards are nothing compared to Australia. We quite often have to have equipment specifications changed when we do bring it to Australia. Our play centres are designed for kids 0 to 11 for active play, but very heavily on safe active play. So we limit what we call forced movement devices. So they're things like trampolines, which force the kids to go up. I know they love them, and we do have that sort of thing, but we encourage more of child locomotion. So that's kids running, sliding, that sort of thing. What that does is stop the kids where you get the major injuries, which are long bone breaks. So arms and legs, we don't get those. And in, over 1 million kids a year, we might maybe get one every year or two. But hey, you go get 1 million kids, line them up down the street and walk them, someone will break their arm or leg just walking down the street. So we focus very heavily on safety, and we work probably in one of the most governed bodies in the world in Australia about child safety and employment safety, and all our equipment is of the highest standard. And not just the equipment, the design. You can get some equipment which is meets safety standards, but the actual layout of the play centre is not set for that right age group. And that's what we do, is we make sure the equipment is set for the age group that's going to be using it, so it's as safe as possible.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you for giving the clarity. Also, Tim, there are some investors who are there in the webinar. They would like to know that generally, do you manufacture these own equipments, or you have your own suppliers? Where are the suppliers from?
Yeah, we don't manufacture the equipment. We do get it supplied to us. So what we do is we get every play centre is custom designed to fit the space, because it's very different. You know, you could get a building which is a square shape, a rectangular shape. We've had many different shapes of the building. So we get the equipment designed for the space and then manufactured to fit it, and then ship it in from there. As far as installation goes, because it does require expert installers, we have them on hand as well. So they're a third party. We don't. I guess we don't have them as our staff, but we have third party people that we use to do ours.
Thank you, team, for giving the clarity. And
Absolutely.
Generally, most of the questions which are there in the Q&A box, I have taken it up. There are some questions and there are some direct contact numbers which have come in, team. That's just a good news to you. They're interested in your brand. So our team will be in touch with them. And anything else, team, would like to add on as a closure message? Because I think there is no more questions we have, which we would like to take it up right now.
Look, other than just, I think it'll be a great market. I understand that there is, you know, a very large growing middle class in India with a lot of kids and obviously very dense population. And I think it's a fantastic market for us to get into. And I do hope that we'll find someone there who's the right fit for our brand and our company to extend over there in the Indian market.
Sure, Tim. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nikita and Shitama and the entire team of Franchisee India for joining the call. So we have shared our contact details and our email IDs in the group, in the chat box, so you can be in touch with us. And our team will also be in touch with you. We have your contact details. They will connect with each one of you individually who are there on this call today. And we will share with you any other details which you require for. If any one of you is interested for a one-on-one call along with Tim, we will definitely get it organized to understand more about the brand, to understand more about how is he operating in Australia and in other countries where he is currently opening up. And thanks to all of you for taking out time and joining today. We will be in touch. Have a nice day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you,
you.
Sandeep.
Great to meet you all. And thanks for the opportunity.